Parents of newborn baby born without a nose call him perfect. You'll laugh, but when this nig starts slinging destructo discs, don't say nothing. Woman marries a dog after 220 failed relationships with men. I can see they're tying the knot. People who refer to OP as OP. People who refer to OP by their username. People who refer to OP by their real name. You're a funny guy, John. What do you think would be the worst death imaginable? Being tied to the ground neck and completely immobilized, covered in spiders with all your lingers and toes tied to bamboo shoots that grow into your nails and rip them off. Additionally, your jaw is broken and tied open and tongue cut out. Inside your mouth, a gag too big to swallow is placed, and on top of it your mouth is stuffed with rotten meat and maggots. You are fed an IV of adrenaline, antibiotics, and water so you don't pass out, die instantly of thirst, or die instantly of infection. Water is dripping constantly onto your face, and your eyes are ever so often sprayed with pepper spray. If you are male, a small machine is attached to your balls which taps them at random intervals and at random strengths, so you never know when to expect it or how hard it is going to be. You eventually die of starvation. Oh, also, what does the fox say is blasted on repeat? You're snacking nut for $900 million? I would kill a cat for a Big Mac. In the Netherlands, it's a custom to hang your backpack on the flag when you pass your exams. Here is my picture. What do you hang if you don't pass the exam? Yourself. Men with daddy issues. Men with mommy issues. What am I if I have both? You play furry hot lair. The fact that snack my nut is considered and used as a profanity when eat my catty is not goes to show the importance of supply and demand. I considered snacking nut an art form. When someone tells me to snack his nut, I view it as an honor and a privilege, not to mention an opportunity to show off my unparalleled nut snacking skills. Most of the time, the man puts up quite the struggle and yells at me that he didn't mean it literally, but I see straight through that ruse. When I finally free that nut from his pants and place it inside my mouth, everything changes. The look of blissful ecstasy on his face reaffirm what I already hold true in my heart. This is what I was born to do. Nut is my medium and I'm its master. No homo. I could just scrape your cram out of the condos and get myself pregnant. That's why I stuff my condos with hot chili power the minute I'm done having sex. Didn't a woman try to sue a famous dude for that a while back? She tried to turn the condos inside out and get herself pregnant, but ended up with a spicy vag. What's an unsale body feature of yours? I developed arthritis at 16 years old. Also, I have mass save ace for a dude. Double cheeked up. God taketh and God giveth. If he can't clap with his hands, God lets him clap with his cheeks. If we win, I will sit in your face. Legal lolly. What is a lolly? Dear God. Stop sleeping with your cousins. Xbox controller. Primitive technology. Trebuchet. Thanks for the tutorial. My grandma's house didn't stand a chance. My badges too. Respawner removed my gay. Hehehe. I laughed at that. Removed my gay. Homie said patch notes. Removed gay bug. Fixed issue where players were attracted to the same sex. Dev note. This issue has been around for a while now, and we wanted to address it before it was irreversible. The main complaint was that those affected by the bug could not shoot straight. I'm from Ukraine. Bomb. Sorry for joke. I'm from America. Adshan. Sorry for joke. Redditors who found love again after a loved one died. If your past lover somehow came back alive, what would you do? Kill her again? How much testosterone and nutrients do you lose by ejecting once? Just nut into your mouth and all the protein stays in your system. Come back here. Stop being so mean, South. Pick your own dank cotton. I wanna go back in time and show this to a Union soldier so he can bayonet me in the chest. If there's a hole, there's a goal. This is why I had my bat hole surgically removed. Nice nostrils you got there. Do not masturbate with Nutella. There go my weekend plans. There's always peanut butter. Plus your dog would happily clean up afterwards. Right, I love my family, but don't let your keyboard finish it. I love my family, but I'm still in the mood lol. Wait, no. Is it really worth it? Consume, 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 consume until there is nothing left. Repeat forever. Consume until there is nothing left to consume. Consume. When she sees your hand collection and wants to recreate the scene, why would she wanna die? If the minions had a choice, would they have served hot glare? They definitely would have made a dart joke while activating the gas chambers. This reminds of Kahoot. Kahoot makes me want to cashoot myself. Luigi eats a pancake that is so good. He momentarily loses his grip on his godly powers and floats upward, his soul attracted to heaven. Mario looks on, horrified at Luigi's sudden ascension. Goodbye Luigi. Mario made 2 plates of pancakes, forgetting that Luigi hung himself yesterday. I remember once a researcher at a small university asked to fire duck a laboratory pig for $500. I was just a broke college student, so it took me like 3 weeks to come up with the money. Finish your goddamn sentences on the internet. Nobody is interrupting you. I will never finish my bowl of cram. A kid in my 5th grade class had cancer. One day the bully called her cancer butch. So I fought him after class. Who won? The cancer. Now that you have seen Multiverse of Madness, who's winning this fight? What's Superman gonna do when he blinks and there's 20 pounds of kryptonite up his ace? Hey trans folks, if my ace hole isn't a catty then why does it bleed? So you have colon cancer. What stinky sex act would you recommend everybody try at least once? Light wrestling. Extra points if you don't have to let her get the upper hand from nowhere with the chair. 13-year-old Redditors giving advice TP grown ace adults. I'm 15 without depression, ask me anything. Is it gay to have sex with hetero women? Because they like nut. And that's gay. It is. It's also gay to exist because you are in the same world as men. Thanks for the info. I will now rip a lesbian and kill myself afterwards. You're a real one. What's the strangest thing a girl has asked for during sex? Do you love me? Stop being weird, mom. In what ways would the world be different if instead of women having menstrual cycles, guys' nuts fell off and regrew each month? Dudes would be throwing their severed nuts at each other all the time. Kinda like how a lizard detach their tail to confuse predators. We just throw our nuts around to assert dominance. Saying it's small in front of my fiance. Honestly, I used to think it was big. I once heard from a hunter. It's not the size of the projectile. It's about the amount of energy it transfers to the prey. As you masturbate. Peanut. In order to make a relationship work you have to make a lot of sacrifices. That's why my basement is filled with bare jeans. You and your friends playing D&D in your mom's basement doesn't count. D&D players duck a lot lol. Just not people though. My sister and I have been together sensually most of our lives. Besides getting along really well as brother and sister. There's no harm in it, and we love each other. Besides being sensually attracted to one another, there's nothing wrong with it. And I think incest is really beautiful. That sounds incredibly wholesome. I wish I had that with my siblings. Lucky. When is the least appropriate time to moan sensually? Frost State exam. Especially if you are the doctor. How the duck didn't USA win the gold medal for shooting? Because it wasn't in a high school? That joke is so dark a cop almost shot it. Hammerhead, hammerhead shark. Cool, now make a cockroach. What's the opening line? Are you a cop from Uvalde? Because I want to shoot kids inside of you and don't want you to stop me. Listen bro, I'm sick of seeing my sister tats. And shut bro, it's actually getting depressing. I might need to slam hot sauce in my eyes. I've seen her naked every day at least 5 times a day. Stop. It's tucked up bro. I wouldn't mind seeing my sister naked every day. My great grandpa's a World War II veteran. He has late stage Alzheimer's, has lost a limb, and hasn't gotten up from his chair for 2 years. When I played this song, however, it inspired him. Something in it resonated with him. He gathered all the strength he could, got up from out of his chair for the first time in 2 years, grabbed his rifle he hasn't touched since the war, and shot himself. Thank you for putting him out of his misery. This image goes hard. Trump and Biden when no one is looking. My mom said that my aunt died and that we are going to her funeral the next morning. As soon as she left the room crying, I busted out laughing because it reminded me of Among Us, a popular video game. So as we were riding in the car, I was thinking about saying, "Dead body reported at the funeral." When we finally arrived, I screamed, "Dead body reported." Everyone was looking at me like if some sort of a weirdo. Then I remembered that my grandfather's sister fell in the vents and died when she was 2 years old. So I said, "Grandpa's sister, she vented." My grandfather started crying and everyone was screaming at me instead of laughing. My mom took my Xbox and said that I'm going to therapist tomorrow. I don't know, my mom is acting kinda sus. I made a game in 1 line of code. Wait, you mean people usually write code on more than 1 line? Depends. If it's a simple game, 1 line is more than enough. But for more serious projects you might want more. Cook Wayne that. They had us in the first half. Not gonna lie. What's a celebrity that everyone finds attractive except you? Any of the Kardashians. Can't understand that people admire them. They're just a bunch of dumb looking Barbie dolls. How dare you insult Barbie like that? A Barbie doll has less plastic than a Kardashian. Also more brain cells. Yeah, because unlike the Kardashians, I like ducking Barbie dolls. Maggots when you lift up the dead rotting corpse. Had a coworker die cause of energy drinks. The Red Bull really gave him wings, ha. I got super important Minecraft player. You mean super intense Minecraft player? You mean super into mashed potatoes? You mean super intimate Mario Pan? What the duck? I just burned 1200 calories. I left the pizza in the oven too long. Looks like failing to pull out runs in the family. Ask me whatever you want. A girl once asked me if I was a best or legs guy. I told her I was more into nail and feet. Now I'm banned from KFC. My mom used to pretend to call Batman and Superman and tell them I wasn't eating my food and put the phone in my ear to my dad doing an impression, and I got scared whenever he did the Batman voice. My dad did the same thing too, but he was the Robert Pattinson Batman, so he hit me instead. Nobody is born cool, except of course people who put their IP address in the comments. 127.0.0.1. I recorded your IP now. You have made a great mistake, dear friend. I'm sending my agents to your home right now. Prepare for extreme bet legs. How many likes for free pizza? Domino's Twitter person. How many likes until you pay your workers a living wage? Really gotta teach my parents how to use emojis. Your Uncle Mark died. Grandma having for dinner. If parallel universes exist, do you think you're the best version of yourself? God, I hope not. I duck and snack. I was literally going to type the same thing. I totally agree. You duck and snack. Agreed. This guy totally snacks. Hell, I'm a better him in most universes than he is. 100% duck that guy. You are a computer, look at all your wires. That's bad cable management. Pull them out and fix them. Pull them out. Pull them out. Pull them out. Imagine dying and seeing some dude play games with your corpse. Who gives a shit? I'm dead. Life-changing advice. What's the most useless piece of advice you can give me? You can eat water by freezing it first. You can smell water by boiling it first. You can break water by punching a pregnant lady. My husband is divorcing me because I cheated. can I get half of what he owns without getting also the kids? I want to have fun with the money and I think the kids would take too much of my time. You know that little bit of water that comes out of the ketchup bottle and ruins your meal. She is the human version of that. I live in Utah. This pops up and makes you click yes every 24 hours. It was years before I realized it was a Utah only thing because I never read it. The state is so obsessed with porn that the Great Salt Lake is dying. You watched porn for 24 hours? It's just lo-fi porn to study and relax too. That girl and her cat do some freaky shit. Here, have a cookie good sir. Here's a glass of milk to wash it down. Wait a minute. This isn't milk. A 16-year-old Mexican teenager was murdered. His friends brought his coffin to the place where he always played football and made him score one last goal. I was scared for a moment when I saw the thumbnail that they were going to pull his body out of the coffin and puppet his body into scoring a goal. Weekend at Ronaldo's. Who are they? Wrong answer only. The heads of the knees party. Why is the guy hot? I'm not gay. It's okay. You can think other men are hot without being gay. I want him to choke me. Super strength. I'd just go to every gym and one up their strongest dudes. Okay then you dang him. It's the only way to get my gym badge. It's a biological response. It's how species maintain their well-being. Natural selection and whatnot. In nature, when an animal is born weak or too different, they kill it because it's bad for the species. I think Hitler had the same idea. My girlfriend is amazing. She puts up with me. She's supportive. I love her so much. My girlfriend dumped me, so I stole her wheelchair. Guess who came crawling back? A guy once asked me if he could make love to me. It was hot. I felt desired. And making love just implies a more meaningful experience than ducking. I felt like he cared and wasn't just looking for any hole. I said yes, and that was how my first night in state prison went. Anyways. Be black. Call the Seaside hotline. They send the police to your home. Get shot. Should have called the Seaside Prevention hotline. Alright. Wish me luck, lads. Remember to yell I choose you before eating it directly at their face. You gotta beat them half to death first. Both are unique and covered in oil. Who's winning in a twerk off? Easily Martin Luther King. He got a dream to make that ace go wild. Can we settle this once and for all? What is this thing called? Emergency condo. Makes it easier to file and organize your samples, I guess. Well, $5 shipping is a little steep. So is the cliff we are gonna push you off one day. You're in a zombie apocalypse and the only weapon you have is the last thing you held in your hand. What is it? My nut. Yeah, nut. My mom's nut. No one. Fred. Let's split up, gang. Daphne and I will search the bedroom. When there is Velma. Ma, dude got no taste. Why Velma or Daphne when Scooby exists? If you were an Utcher during Itch's massacre and he opened your door, what would your last words to him be? Is this because I danked your mom? Not cool, bro. Just do 2 things for men. How to please a woman. Love her. Die for her. Take her to dinner. Miss the game for her. Buy her jewelry. Be interested in what she has to say. How to please a man. Show up neat. Bring beer. My dad appreciated the beer, but told me to put my trousers back on. Why wear armor when you don't plan on getting hit? Same reason I don't wear a seatbelt when I don't plan to crash. Why are the insides of black people's hands and feet white? We pick too much cotton. Now do the American roulette. Same thing but with a semi-auto. You spin the gun like a bottle and then head to the nearest school it points to. Well, it got darker than expected. Be careful. The cops are gonna start shooting at that joke. I don't even have to ask. I already know she's pregnant. Ellen never pulls out, except for business deals. Name something you shouldn't do. Neek. Teach preschool. You can't do that anymore. CNN exclusive. Body cam video shows Chicago police shooting of unarmed black 13-year-old. Should run to an elementary school. r/Cursedcomments. Damn. Is purple like a dinosaur or something? Yeah. She's pregnant with Barney's successor. I love you. You love me. I've been owning your wife secretly. The year is 2052 and there is now an app for your life statistics. My eyes widened at the 3 notifications. Final dinner with wife, Mary, 1832. Final dinner with daughter, Emma, 1832. Final dinner with son, Alfie, 1832. As I stood with a bloodied knife in my hand, I marveled at how advanced technology is. Duck, why didn't I think of that? Never thought of it when I bought it. Now that it's attached, mistakes are made. Make sure your electrician doesn't hook it up to the gas by mistake. I do 30 miles per hour in a 40 so that nobody gets caught speeding. People often thank me with their horns. If you drive at 40 miles per hour, there's a 90% chance a child you hit will die. But if you drive at 30 miles per hour, there's a 90% chance a child you hit will live. If you drive at 88 miles per hour, you can go back in time and have sex with your mom. Our relationship with ants is weird. Ants are like, hey, I only want these crumbs. Okay. And we're all, no, you mother ducking will not. This person has never accidentally eaten from a bag of chips that the ants got into. You feel a lot different when you find yourself frantically washing hundreds of them out your mouth, then googling I accidentally ate ants. Turns out it's pretty much harmless, unless they're fire ants and they sting your mouth.